So today's video is based off a question that a viewer submitted via a comment by the name of Adamantine Love. The essence of the question had to do with the similarities that we see in the Urantia Book with Caligastia's 100-person corporeal staff. They came with him as part of his administration against the 200 watchers that we hear about in the Book of Enoch. So I know. The accounts and, of course, the numbers that are associated with these stories don't necessarily line up. But as a mentor professor of mine once said when I called him out for inflating his stories more and more with every one of his classes that I took, he responded by saying one day, "Every good story deserves some embellishment." So come on, I mean, before the advent of books, radio, and other forms of media such as television, stories were most certainly a form of entertainment. Mix in the likelihood of confabulating these stories due to old age and translation distortions, and I can easily posit a theory surrounding the fallen 200, being the corporeal staff of Azazel, who is known in the Urantia Book as Caligastia, our once planetary prince. So for those of you that are already shaking your heads here, we know that Michael's apostles most certainly embellished his miracle workings due to desperately wishing for the promised Messiah, and of course to prove to others that they had chosen the true Son of God. We also know in the Urantia Book that one of the newer books of the New Testament Bible, the Book of Revelation, was heavily distorted after John the Revelator's death. Consequently, with a well over 300 plus year difference between these two texts, I see it being very plausible that the original and unaltered Book of Enoch that nobody has could have most certainly held very similar tenets to the Urantia Book and their account of the actual planetary default. I mean, seriously, maybe you can picture yourself sitting in front of a campfire thousands of years ago as a grandmother or grandfather, retelling a story to your grandchildren that your own grandfather had told you. Since you, of course, never witnessed such angels or any other celestial personality, you must perceive these accounts as being myths, deviating from the once historical account that was once part of your family tradition, and decide one day they deserve a little spice here and there. It's really not that far-fetched.